the 1 Year Bible, another afternoon read, um, which I know y'all don't really care for that much, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I gotta find my page real quick because I don't see that I marked it like. Mm, I don't see that I marked it. So 38 should be. Yep. There we go. The February the 7th. So February the 7th. So our reading today is going to come from Exodus 26, 1 through 27, ending on verse 21. Matthew 25, 1 through 30. Psalms 31, 1 through 8. And then ending on Proverbs 8, 1 through 11. So let's get started. So February the 7th reading, when it's technically February the 5th, we started 2 days early. Day 38. So Exodus 26, 1 through 27, ending on verse 21. So make the tabernacle from 10 curtains of finely woven linen. Decorate the curtains with blue, purple, and scarlet thread, and with skillfully embroidered cherubim. So we're finishing off where we left off last time. These 10 curtains must all be exactly the same size, 42 feet long and 6 feet wide. Join 5 of these curtains together to make one long curtain. Then join the other 5 into a second long curtain. Put loops of blue yarn along the edge of the last curtain in each set. Hey, what's up, Elliot? The 50 loops along the edge of one curtain are to match the 50 loops along the edge of the other curtain. Then make 50 gold clasps and fasten the long curtains together with the clasp. In this way, the tabernacle will be made of one continuous piece. Make 11 curtains of goat hair cloth to serve as a tent covering the tabernacle. These 11 curtains must all be exactly the same size, 45 feet long and 6 feet wide. Join 5 of these curtains together to make one long curtain, and join the other 6 into a second long curtain. Allow 3 feet of material from the second set of curtains to hang over the front of the sacred tent. Make 50 loops for one edge of each large curtain. Then make 50 bronze clasps and fasten the loops of the long curtains with the clasp. In this way, the tent covering will be made of one continuous piece. The remaining 3 feet of this tent covering will be left to hang over the back of the tabernacle. Allow 18 inches of remaining material to hang over each side, so the tabernacle is completely covered. Complete the tent covering with a protective layer of tanned ram skins and a layer of fine goatskin leather. For the framework of the tabernacle, construct frames of acai wood. Each frame must be 15 feet high and 27 inches wide, with 2 pegs under each frame. Make all the frames identical. Make 20 of those frames to support the curtains on the south side of the tabernacle. Also make 40 silver bases, 2 bases under each frame, with the pegs fitted securely into the bases. For the north side of the tabernacle, make another 20 frames, with their 40 silver bases, 2 bases under each frame. Make 6 frames for the rear, the west side of the tabernacle, along with the 2 additional frames to reinforce the rear corners of the tabernacle. These corner frames will be matched at the bottom and firmly attached at the top with a single ring, forming a single corner unit. Make both of these corner units the same way. So there will be 8 frames at the rear of the tabernacle, set in 16 silver bases, 2 bases under each frame. Make crosshairs of acai wood to link the frames, 5 crossbars for the north side of the tabernacle, and 5 for the south side. Also make 5 crosshairs for the rear of the tabernacle, which will face west. The middle crossbar attached halfway to the frames will run all the way from one end of the tabernacle to the other. Overlay the frames with gold and make gold rings to hold the crossbars. Overlay the crossbars with the gold as well. Set up the tabernacle according to the pattern you were shown on the mountain. For the inside of the tabernacle, make a special curtain of finely woven linen, decorated with blue, purple, and scarlet thread, and with skillfully embroidered cherubim. Hang this curtain of gold hooks attached to 4 posts of acai wood. Overlay the post with. Hey, what's up, Lawrence? How you doing? Overlay the post with gold and set them in 4 silver bases. Hang the inner curtain from clasp and put the Ark of the Covenant in the room behind it. How you doing? How's your Wednesday going so far? How you doing, True American? And I never asked you, Elliot. How's your day going so far? Hang the inner curtain from the clasp. And what's up, True American? And what's up, Jamie? Hang the inner curtain from clasp and put the Ark of the Covenant in the room behind it. This curtain will separate the holy place from the most holy place. Then put the Ark's cover, the place of atonement, on the top of the Ark of the Covenant inside the most holy place. Place a table outside the inner curtain on the north side of the tabernacle, and place a lampshade across the room on the south side. Make another curtain for the entrance to the sacred tent. Make it of finely woven linen and embroider it with exquisite designs using blue, purple, and scarlet thread. Craft 5 posts from acacia wood. Overlay them with gold and hang the curtain from them with gold hooks. Cast 5 bronze bases for each post. Using acacia wood, construct a square altar 7.5 feet wide and 7.5 feet long, and 4.5 feet high. Make horns for each of its 4 corners, so that the horns and altar are all on one piece. Overlay the altar with bronze. Make ash buckets, shovels, basins, meat forks, and fire pans, all of bronze. Make a bronze grating for it, and attach 4 bronze rings at its 4 corners. Install the grating halfway down the side of the altar, under the ledge. For carrying the altar, make poles from acacia wood and overlay them with bronze. Insert the poles through the rings on the 2 sides of the altar. The altar must be hollow, made from planks. Build it just as you were shown on the mountain. Then make the courtyard for the tabernacle, and close with curtains made of finely woven linen. On the south side, make the curtains 150 feet long. They will be held up by 20 posts set securely in 20 bronze bases, and the curtains with silver hooks and rings. Make the curtains the same on the north side. Make the curtains the same on the north side, 150 feet of curtains held up by 20 posts securely in bronze bases. Hang the curtains with silver hooks and rings. The curtains on the west end of the courtyard will be 75 feet long, supported by 10 posts set into 10 bases. The east end of the courtyard, the front, will also be 75 feet long. The courtyard entrance will be on the east end, flanked by 2 curtains. The curtain on the right side will be 22.5 feet long, supported by 3 posts set into 3 bases. The curtain on the left side will also be 22.5 feet long, supported by 3 posts set into 3 bases. For the entrance to the courtyard, make a curtain that is 30 feet long. Make it from finely woven linen and decorate it with beautiful embroidery in blue, purple, and scarlet thread. Oh, let me read chat real quick. And how you doing? How you doing? How's your day going so far? How's your day going? Sorry, this is an interesting. There's a lot of instructions actually. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would literally have to write all this down. Make it from finely woven linen and decorate it with a beautiful embroidery in blue, purple, and scarlet thread. Supported with 4 posts, each securely set in its own base. All the posts around the courtyard must have silver rings and hooks and bronze bases. So the entire courtyard will be 150 feet long and 75 feet wide, with the curtain walls 7.5 feet high. Made from finely woven linen, the bases for the posts will be made of bronze. All the articles used in the rituals of the tabernacle, including all the tent pages and including all the tent pegs used to support the tabernacle and the courtyard curtains, must be made of bronze. Command the people of Israel to bring you pure oil of pressed olives for the light, to keep the lamps burning continually. The lampstand will stand in the tabernacle, in the front of the inner curtain that shields the ark of the covenant. Aaron and his sons must keep the lamps burning in the Lord's presence all night. This is a permanent law for the people of Israel, and it must be observed from generation to generation. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh man, I'm glad you're having good days. I'm glad everybody's saying they're having good days, you know? And you said, what you mean, oh, it's all right, true American? Hope it gets better. Hope it's better than all right. You feel me? But goodness gracious, that was a lot of instructions. So they were building a room, like an enclosure for the Ark of the Covenant here, in that reading. So now we're gonna hop into Matthew 25, 1 through 30. I want to ask, who can follow all of those instructions? Who in the chat, can build this right here according to all these instructions? Because goodness gracious, you have to write all that down. That's gonna be some design team, overlays, Okay, but Matthew 25, 1 through 30. Then the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 bridesmaids who drew their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish and 5 were wise. The 5 who were foolish didn't make enough olive oil for their lamps, but the other 5 were wise enough to take along extra oil. When the bridegroom was delayed, they all became drowsy and fell asleep. At midnight, they were roused by the shout, "Look, the bridegroom is coming. Come out and meet him." Excuse me. No, I can't. Only God can. That's bad funny. That's a lot of instructions. That was a lot of instructions. I felt like, goodness gracious. But okay, look, the bridegroom is coming. Come out and meet him. All the bridesmaids got up and prepared their lamps. Then the 5 foolish ones asked the others, "Please give us some of your oil, because our lamps are going out." But the others replied, "We don't have enough for all of us. Go to a shop and buy some for yourselves." But while they were going to buy oil, the bridegroom came. Then those who were ready went in with him to the marriage feast, and the door was locked. Later, when the other 5 bridesmaids returned, they stood outside, calling, "Lord, Lord, open the door for us." But he called back, believe me, I don't know you. So you too must keep watch, for you do not know the day or the hour of my return. Again, the kingdom of heaven can be illustrated by the story of a man going on a long trip. He called together his servants and entrusted his money to them while he was gone. He gave 5 bags of silver to one, 2 bags of silver to another, and 1 bag of silver to the last, dividing in proportion to their abilities. He then left on his trip. The servant who received the 5 bags of silver began to invest the money and earned 5 more. The servant with 2 bags of silver also went to work and earned 2 more. But the servant who received the 1 bag of silver dug a hole in the ground and hid the master's money. After a long time, the master returned from his trip and called them to give an account of how they used their money. The servant to whom he entrusted the 5 bags of silver came forward with 5 more and said, Master, you gave me 5 bags of silver to invest, and I earned 5 more. The master was full of praise. Well done, my good and faithful servant. You have been faithful in handling this small amount, so now I will give you many more responsibilities. So let's celebrate together. The servant who had received the 2 bags of silver came forward and said, Master, you gave me 2 bags of silver to invest, and I have earned 2 more. The master said, Well done, my good and faithful servant. You have been faithful in handling this small amount, so now I will give you many more responsibilities. Let's celebrate together. Then the servant with 1 bag of silver came and said, Master, I knew you were a harsh man, harvesting crops you didn't plant and gathering crops you didn't cultivate. I was afraid I would lose your money, so I hid it in the earth. Look, here is your money back. But the master replied, You wicked and lazy servant. If you knew I harvested crops I didn't plant and gathered crops I didn't cultivate, why didn't you deposit my money in the bank? At least I could have gotten some interest on it. Then he ordered, Take the money from this servant and give it to the one with the 10 bags of silver. To those who use well what they are given, even more will be given, and they would have abundance. But from those who do nothing, even what little they have will be taken away. Now throw this useless servant into outer darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Goodness gracious. Sorry I haven't been showing up. I haven't been showing up to live stream. I've been on a bus dealing with school, just to let you know. And some slow on my mom's cup. Hey, it's all cool with me, bro. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it, bro. Okay, now we're going to hop into Psalms 31, 1-8. Oh Lord, I have come to you for protection. Don't let me be disgraced. Save me, for you do what is right. Turn your ear to listen to me. Rescue me quickly. Be my rock of protection, a fortress where I would be safe. You are my rock and my fortress. For the honor of your name, lead me out of this danger. Pull me from the trap of my enemy set for me. For I find protection in you alone. I entrust my spirit into your hand. Rescue me, Lord, for you are a faithful God. I hate those who worship worthless idols. I trust in the Lord. I will be glad and rejoice in your unfailing love. For you have seen my troubles, and you care about the anguish of my soul. You have not handed me over to my enemies, but you have set me in a safe place. And now Proverbs 8, 1-11. Listen as wisdom calls out. Hear as understanding raises her voice. On the hilltop along the road, she takes her hand at the crossroads, by the gates of the entrance to the town. On the road leading in, she cries aloud. I call to you, to all of you. I raise my voice to all people. You simple people, use good judgment. You foolish people, show some understanding. Listen to me, for I have important things to tell you. Everything I say is right, for I speak the truth, and detest every kind of deception. My advice is wholesome. There is nothing devious or crooked in it. My words are plain to anyone with understanding, clear to those with knowledge. Choose my instruction rather than silver, and knowledge rather than pure gold. For wisdom is far more valuable than rubies. Nothing you desire can compare with it. Oh, and our last little piece is called fear-based judgment. Jesus tells the story of a man who fails to do the right thing, invest wisely, because he is so fearful of doing the wrong thing. If you're driven by fear, it will drive you into the wrong direction, and you will make wrong choices at wrong times. Faith founded in God's truth leads to wisdom and sound judgment. When we look back and see a trail of fear-based choices, we need to stop, search for sources of our fears, and ask God to help us replace them with the foundation of faith. Okay. Okay. What's up, bros? What's up? Just got back from North Carolina. Hey, how was your trip, bro? How'd your trip go? Okay, so now we're gonna go over what we read today. So So Exodus is, they are building that temple for the for your Ark of the Covenant, but it's also a way to see if you can follow instructions. God is giving very clear instructions to the people of Israel here, and what He desires to be built for the Ark of the Covenant. So, um, you know, you got to be able to follow instructions. And so we're gonna hop into Matthew 25 1 through 30. Um, be prepared. You know, this is kind of similar to the reading that we had yesterday from Matthew, but be prepared, right? It talks about the bridesmaids who came who were wise, and they brought extra oil so they could, in case they needed to stay longer than what they had initially assumed they would be, right? And then there were five foolish ones who didn't bring enough. And then they ran out, and when it was time for them to be let in, they were locked out. And then since they didn't come ready for the occasion, when they asked to be let in, God said, "I don't know you." So do your work. Be ready. Be ready for whatever time is coming. You feel me? And now Psalms. Psalms, I always say, it's just a great way to pray. I feel like it's true because it rhymes. And then we're going to hop into our Proverbs today. Proverbs 8, 1 through 11, right? Listen as wisdom calls out. Listen to the wisdom that God is giving you, right? God is speaking to you clearly. Clearly, He's speaking clearly to you. Things that aren't so clear aren't, and they come off as more as noise, then that's not God, right? But God is speaking clearly to you with in wise words, right? Telling you exactly what you need to be prepared for. So, how about we listen? You feel me? Hey, go man this weekend and get all my stuff. Hey, that's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. How was the dirt biking? You said dirt biking, right? You're going dirt biking. Yeah, and then fear-based judgment. Don't let fear make you make bad decisions. And we all, everybody gets scared, right? But if you feel like you're in a fearful situation, you feel like you're living through fear, ask for help, right? Ask for help from the only one that can help you. You feel me? Ask for clarity, ask for wisdom, ask for discernment, right? And ask for the things to be laid in front of you so that you can grab those clearly, right? If it seems like what God is asking you to do isn't clear, then ask for clarity. You feel me? Ask for clearness. Ask for some clarity for it. You feel me? So, and then God will just make it clearer. He'll be like, "Oh, my fault. I'll make it clear." I'm pretty sure he's not gonna say my fault, right? But he'll make it clearer for you. So, ask for clarity. If you don't know what's supposed to be going on right now, ask for wisdom. Ask for clarity. Ask for discernment. And I'm sure it will be made clearer to you. I'm sure it's already pretty clear to you, but I'm sure it will be made even clearer to you. Oh man! And when you ask for it, ask for the clearness to be graceful. Ask for the clearness to be graceful. You feel me? Then say thank you, and then say thank you. Oh man! All right, so we're gonna wrap up this stream, and we're gonna hop on the laptop and play games. So, we're about to end this stream, and we're gonna hop on the computer. So in this stream, hop on the computer, and then do a Rocket League, possibly Fortnite stream. But give me a second to end this and hop over to our next. So see y'all in like 4 minutes. See y'all 4 minutes. So we're gonna end this one. We're gonna limit the score, baby. Excuse me. I appreciate you. I might even love you, but I'm for sure glad you woke up today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me. I'll see y'all in like 5 minutes. Peace.